Welcome on in, everyone. Welcome on in. I'm going to get started here in just a moment. How are you all doing? How are you all feeling? Can you all hear me okay? I want to give us a little bit of clarity. I want you all to take this in. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everyone feeling? How are we all doing? I wanted to come on. I was receiving so many channels and so many emails from you all today that I said as soon as I got done, I would definitely be coming on. I do want to check and see if you all can hear me okay. And if you can hear the music that is playing in the background. Also, let me know where you're tuning in from. Yeah, you can hear me. Can you hear the music as well? I want to make sure that it's not too loud and the music is playing. Music and voice is good. Thank you, Tramel. Thank you, everyone. Welcome in, Gotti777. Welcome in, Erica Dawson. Welcome in, Priestess Erica. Welcome in, Christine. Welcome in, Drea. Welcome in, Soul Sun Moon 13, Obaya. Welcome in. Welcome in, Mama Nisi Tremel. Welcome in. Welcome in, Tina Brown. Welcome in, Ram Murphy Bay. Welcome in, Priestess Melanie. Welcome in, Andrea. Welcome in, Odell. Welcome in, Minga Lee. Welcome in, Feminine Masculine. Welcome in, Thomas T. Thomas, the resurrected Saturn God. Welcome in, Brandy, Priestess Brandy. Welcome in. Noodles Zen, welcome in. Eternal Life, the Alchemist, welcome in from Arkansas. Papa Flynn, Alan, Brother Man, Mala, Banger, welcome in. Maria, welcome in from the UK. Majesty, her, Tales of Mill, welcome in. Halise, welcome in. Books, Spirit, Tea, and Me. Healing Pools of Love, welcome in. Priestess Cherie, welcome. And my goodness, shh, corner, come closer. Welcome in. Welcome in. So we're going to get started because I have a message and quite a few of them that have been coming in for some of you here tonight. I do want to ask you, how have you been feeling today? Did you know that today is a very, very special day? And based on the numerology, we won't have this day again for a very, very long time. And when I woke up this morning, I knew that there was some special energy here. Not for everyone. This special energy is for those of us who have been doing the work, because today is 369, March the 6th in the year of 9. And Cosmic Ray, I'm so glad you said that, because when the ancestors and the spirit woke me up today, they said that this would be missed by 1% of the world. 1%. So if you tapped in to this energy, this frequency, then there's a little extra something special there for you. This 369. Because this particular code really opens up the door to something that is so cosmic, such an alignment, which we'll talk about in a little bit here. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But first, I want to have a toast. So for those of you who are here, if you have you a glass of water, something to drink, I'll give you a few moments to grab your drink, grab a pen, something to write with, because I'm going to be sharing some messages for you here. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you're in. I am Ms. Blue, the Soulful Oracle, and I will be your guide for the next hour or so while we're here. So, let me know when you have your water. And we're going to do a blessing for our water here. This is something that I have put in my practice and I've been doing for years, and I've been teaching this for years. I want us to take a special toast here for ourselves. You can grab you some juice. You can grab you some water. If you don't have anything to drink, then you can take a deep breath of air when we're all taking our toast here together. So now, I'm going to lift my glass because I want you to see this. You can tell me what this is there on this glass. Do you see this? This is one of my favorite cups, one of my favorite glasses that I drink out of, that I bless my water in when I'm drinking out of. But any glass can be special for you. And if you're wondering what is on this glass, what this is, it's a very ancient symbol. It is a ancient sphinx. That's what it is. It's an ancient sphinx out of one of the earlier drawings, and it's etched into this glass. So now I want you to take your hand and hold it on your glass. Close your eyes, set your intention for the message, for the download, the activation that you will receive. Not only a message from me, but a message from your higher self, because that's where the messages are coming from. They're coming from your higher self. So here we go. Close your eyes. Visualize the energy coming from within your heart chakra, and from your heart chakra, which is your whole entire chest cavity. And it includes your arms, your hands, and your fingers. And I want you to send that intention into your glass of water. That's it. And then when you're ready, take a seat. Now, in my glass of water, I do have something a little special. I have some liquid magic. If you know, then you know. Then you know. All right, let us get started. I'm going to start talking about the messages that were coming through today. I am going to be using several oracle decks here just because I want to keep this channel alive and open. There is going to be several messages, and I want you to hear the message. You will know when it is the right message for you. Let me know when you are ready. I want to say welcome on in. Please like, subscribe, as well as pass the live on if you know anyone who you feel should be here. All right. Okay. This first message, I feel like it is someone here who has had a very challenging last couple of weeks. And there are certain situations that you just can't see clear, and it feels as if something or someone is blocking you. Something. You don't know what it is. And you feel like it's coming from someone around you, like someone in your circle, like something's being done behind your back. This could even be a work situation. This could even be relationship situation. and for some of you, because I feel like this message is really coming through for some of you, it could even have something to do with a child, where there is a child involved. There is definitely some work situations where you know that there have been things that you've been accused of doing, saying, that you did not do, you did not say, but people feel like you are a part of something that you really have no connection to. And so the reason I wanted to bring you up front and center was this could have been something that started a couple of months ago, actually, but maybe it's coming to a head at this particular time. And so the message that Spirit has for you is not to worry. Not to worry about this situation, definitely put it to rest. Put it to rest. Because within 48 hours, it's going to reveal itself of who's at the source of what's going on. Everyone will be able to see and understand what you've been trying to explain to them, but yet they could not hear. So even now, it's kind of hard for the message to come through. Give me just a second, everyone. I want to make sure. My phone is blowing up. Let's see if this helps. All right. We're going to see if this is better. This is how I know this is coming through. Let's see if that's any better for you. We want to make sure. All right. Welcome on in, Brother Lance. Welcome in. All right. Is that better? Can we all still hear the music and still hear me? Thank you, Geocosmic. It's much better. All right. Well, the channels are clear. Let's continue on. Now, all right. Okay. Want to make sure. Can't hear the music? Okay, let's see. I'm going to see if I can turn the music up just a little bit. Welcome in, Lola Falana, Brother Lance. What about now? I don't want to turn the music up too loud, but let's see if the music is up louder. Okay. So I don't want to be competing with the music, but let's see if you all can still hear the music and you can also hear me. So getting back to this situation for those of you who are at work. Okay. Is it good? It's perfect now. Thank you. So now, this situation is going to be cleared up. It's going to be cleared up at work. And I know it's frustrating. It's frustrating for you right now, especially the atmosphere, because you know that there is something going on, something happening behind your back. Someone's close to you. But all of this is going to reveal itself in a couple of days. You're going to see the clarity. You will hear the clarity. You will know the clarity, and everyone is going to be able to see it. And what Spirit is asking of you at this particular time. This is just a test to see, because you've been in a similar situation before, to make sure that you are staying true to yourself, your values, and your principles. But the situation is gonna turn itself around, and suddenly the same people who couldn't understand what you were saying or thought or what you were suggesting didn't make any sense, felt like you were totally out of alignment. They're going to now get the clarity and understand exactly what you were talking about and what you were expressing. So your communication, that channel is gonna be so clear to you and everyone around you. All you have to do is stay true to who you are. Make sure that you show up, because this is what Spirit is saying. You're learning so much wisdom from this situation. It's been an emotional ride, but you're learning so much from this situation. And it's going to require you to make certain sacrifices going forward. And those sacrifices making you go forward has a lot to do with the changes that you have been saying that you're going to put in place. And for some of you, that might be applying for another position, to move to another position um, on your job. It may very well be that for you to move to another position on your job or change your seat, because it's someone here that they've been offered to move either into another desk or another location, or to make some sort of adjustments. Let me know if this is you. Take that opportunity. Take that opportunity to move into another adjustment. Mhm. Into another adjustment, into another position, opportunity to do something different, maybe to move to another department, whatever that is, especially those of you where the situation is happening in a work environment. One of the things that Spirit is saying is to wear something gold tomorrow. Wear something gold, because that gold energy is going to be your protection. It's gonna be your divine protection, just like I have my gold earrings on and gold necklace. You're gonna wear those gold energy, because what it's going to do is help you to amplify your light, while it's going to smooth out the energy in the atmosphere. Because this energy in the atmosphere, some of you, this is a work situation, and for others, this is a personal situation. It's going to keep things calm. It's going to keep things moving along while protecting you. It's going to help you to amplify your true essence of your vibration. And so you all are still telling me that you can't still hear me. You can't still hear me, okay? So we're going to make sure that you all can hear me and make sure that it's clear. Yeah, it always happens. Something powerful is coming through. So we're going to see if we can keep this energy flowing. And so I want you all to do me a favor and make sure that you are raising your frequency and vibration as well, because this is going to also help and make sure things are clear. And some of you are saying you cannot hear, and others are saying that it's coming in choppy. So make sure that you don't have any other windows open or any other things going on in the background of where you're listening from. Because just like this channel that's coming through, there are mixed communication signals that are coming through. And some of you can hear just fine, and others are saying that it's coming in not clear. So I want you to know that this is a big part of the energy that is really swirling around at this time. So I see so many of you have adjusted your energy. And I went ahead and took the music off. I still hear it playing, but I took the music off. So let's continue on. I also want to talk about, and this is just for this first group here, that there's been a lot of miscommunication going on. It's been a lot a frustration that has been happening in the past week. And primarily, it really feels like this is dealing with the work environment. I want you to take the messages that are for you, and for the rest of you, I want you to just leave that. Again, this is a 369. This is the Nikola Tesla energy, which Nikola Tesla is the one who brought this back into being for us, because these are the cycles in which things evolve themselves in the universe and also within ourselves. If you are looking at the clock and you see when it is 3 o'clock, when it is 6 o'clock, and when it is 9 o'clock, and you see those numbers, those are activation numbers. They're typically times when we will receive our downloads. You will receive your downloads that are happening. And so, right now, many of you are receiving a download. Now, we have crossed over for those who are on the East Coast. It is now March the 7th, which is also another powerful day, right? And we're looking at the vibrational energy that is the moving energy that is behind it. Mhm. And so, again, for those of you who this apply to, the gold, this gold is a protection mechanism. Not that you need protection when you are in your vibration, but the gold is going to help you. It's going to help you to vibrate your aura. So your intentions, your thoughts, your feelings are being amplified in your auric field. And it's going to help it make your energy stronger. Hence the reason why our ancestors, when we talk about Egypt and Kemet, and we go to the great dynasties, they would wear a lot of jewelry. They weren't just wearing jewelry because jewelry was just the hottest thing on the block, just to show that they were rich and they had money. They were wearing these things because it had medicinal properties. It had magical and mystical properties. So there you go. Next, I see a situation, and this particular situation has to do with someone who is needing a vehicle or in the process of purchasing a vehicle and wanting to know when and if they can purchase a vehicle. And what Spirit is saying is that there is going to be an opportunity and some money coming in. I feel like these are some essential things that is needed. So, whatever that is, if you need a place to stay, if someone, I feel like there's some people who are homeless or in the process of moving and unsure about how the move is going to go or where they're going to stay, in the process of having some things come up and don't have them figured out. Maybe they're a college student and they're staying in the dorm room, because I see that this is a dwelling or a place to live. Someone else has a lease and this lease is coming up, but there has been no renegotiation about whether or not they can stay in the place that they're at, or if they have to re up from the place that they're at or move into a new place of where they are. And so pay very close attention because there is somewhere very, very, very close to where you are that is going to be able to give you that answer. It's going to come to you in a dream, the solution. The solution is going to come in a dream. You'll get that solution here within the next couple of days, within the next couple of weeks. That solution is going to come to you. And you're going to know when that solution comes up. You're going to see it. If it's a car is going to drive past you, and you're going to know that is the car. That's the car for me right now. I feel like you're just kind of looking for what you can afford. But Spirit says, no, you need to find the right car. You need to find the right car at the right price, right? At the right time with the right terms of agreements to go along with this. So, this is not a process you want to rush, but it is a process that you want to make sure that you are dedicating some time, you are dedicating some energy, you are dedicating some attention to making sure that you go ahead and start actively looking for the vehicle that is needed, looking for the place that is needed that you're doing it now. And I know what some of you are saying, well, Miss Blue, I don't have the money right now. It doesn't matter that you don't have the money. It doesn't matter that you don't have the money at this time. You are putting yourself in alignment because the steps that you are taking right now are the steps that is going to lead you into getting this car. You're going to get this car. It's going to seem like it's going to take a while, but what I can see is Spirit is saying, it's not going to be a wild. It's not going to be a while when you get this car, but it's going to be the perfect car for you. It is absolutely going to be the perfect car for you. You're going to know that this is the perfect car for you at this time, at this price. You're going to get it for the price that is right for you. You're going to get all of these things. You have to make sure that you are open to receive. Take your glass right now, and I want you to take a sip of your water and affirm what it is. If it's a car, if it's a place of living where you want to live, where you want to move, that you will acknowledge at this time when you're taking a sip that this is going to be the perfect car for you. Mhm. The perfect house for you. Mhm. At this time, the perfect car, the perfect house. Yes, yes, perfect. My car is going in the shop tomorrow. The car isn't worth what I'm paying for it. And I know I don't know what to do. I'm being robbed by interest. I promise you, all you have to do is to go look for the car that you want. Even Spirit is telling me, and I feel like this message could be definitely you're one of the people in this group for the message. Even if you're upside down, you're going to find a car that they will be willing to take that price, even if you're upside down on your loan and still get the car that you want. You are in perfect alignment for this car. You're in perfect alignment for this car, and you definitely need to pursue this. You need to follow this and you need to pursue this. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes. All right. Some of you got some situation. I purchased a car from a criminal dealership. I am suing them in court and still need a car. Yes. Go still look for a car. That's how you're going to get things moving. This situation with the vehicle, with the car, this is how you're going to get things moving. It's time to take action. And this is what Spirit is telling me for everyone here. And while I'm here, we are about to enter into eclipse season. What eclipse season, in essence, it means so many different things. You will hear astrologers talk about it. You will hear those of us who do this work, and many of you will hear us talk about it. And when we begin to start talking about eclipse season, what it is you're going to be going back to a time. And this time, 2007, 2003, 2005, 2004, like there's so many dates of when this eclipse season happened. For some of us, it goes all the way back until 1985, starting from there, and just depending on how old you are, the age you're at, that can go back to that particular time. But what eclipse season is really all about? It's sort of kind of taking you back through the loop of what we consider to be time on planet Earth. And why, while the soul is going back through these points of the eclipse season. And I want you all to understand this from an energetic point of view. The reason you're going back through this loop, it's kind of like going down memory lane in a sense, but it's going to be different. Or shall I say, it can be very different for you. It's an opportunity for you to elevate your soul. Think about it like this: you are getting a chance to reincarnate while still alive and growing up on planet Earth. And eclipse season allows us to do that. Now, as you can tell, there are many souls who have chosen to leave the planet at this particular time. I talked about this in my last show where I was talking about uh, purpose and talking about how to tap in and understand about your purpose in the last couple of shows that I've talked about. But this is a chance for you to reincarnate on the planet. So 2005, 2006, you're sort of kind of taking yourself and you're going back into that moment. You're reincarnated. This is what many of you are feeling. Your identity has been stripped from you. And so this is why most people will tell you during this particular process, be very careful about what you start, what you put in motion at this time, because depending on what you start and what you put in motion, you may be looping yourself back into a loop that you do not want to stay in. And so this is the time when you feel unsure, or if you feel certain about something, you are moving forward with something that is real and authentic to what you feel, not what you know, but what you feel. And even right now, this is what I'm doing here for you guys, is what I'm feeling. It's not what I know. What I know would have never told me to come on at this particular moment at this way. That would be my mind telling me to stay and to do those things, what you know. I'm not doing what I know. I'm doing what is authentically true to me, that is being birthed in me, in my own life, in my own experience. And I'm expressing that authentically out into the world. You understand? We all have a unique signature that goes beyond our ID. And wherever your unique signature is, that's what's going to come back to you threefold. It's going to come back to you triple fold. It's going to come back to you. You will see it. It will show up in your life. But right now, we're all kind of in this space because our IDs have expired. And I want to talk about that because you're in the process of reincarnating right now. And this doesn't require you being spiritual, you knowing what reincarnation, or even subscribing to reincarnation. It doesn't matter. You can talk to a stranger on the street and they're going to tell you without telling you, oh, I'm in the process of reincarnating who I am. Look at your life. Look at the friends' lives. Look at the people lives, your family members that's happening. Can't you see that they are going through a type of a reincarnation? They're going through a birthing, a renewal period. So we have gone through the birthing period. We have done that. We have taken our first breath yet again, but nothing is clear. It's kind of like a baby. When a baby is first born and the baby starts to blink because they're trying to focus and see what they're looking at. But until their vision becomes clear, they are relying on their senses. They are relying on their multi senses, sensory abilities, taste, sound, feelings. They're holding on to all of that until they can see, but they have something that is stronger than sight. There is something that is so stronger than sight that is happening for them. They don't need to see. And so many of you right now, what you're dealing with is you want to see. And what I want to bring you this message so that you can understand is that there is something greater than what you physically see, what is physically being manifested in this world. There is something greater than that that is taking place. And if you can harness this energy at time, at this time, then you will be able to reincarnate, and not only reincarnate, but to elevate your soul here. And this elevation is not just going to be intellectual. It's not just going to be a internal job. This is going to be something that once the integration of this alchemy and this reincarnation takes place, you're going to see the physical manifestation of this reincarnation. And you will look back to this moment 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, and 3 years from now. And you're going to realize that there was a part of you that died, and then you were reborn again. I talked about this a couple of shows ago, and I told you so many people would be so confused during this particular time. They would be so confused during this time, thinking that this was something physical, thinking that this is supposed to happen physically. Please, please, if you have young children, if you have teenagers, young children, speak to them, talk to them, help them to understand that this is not supposed to be a physical rebirthing, not a physical rebirthing, but there is something, there is a way of being that they're being called, they're being asked to let go of, to get rid of, to shed. Remember, we are in the year of the snake. According to Chinese astrology, this is the earth snake. And the snake is shedding its skin. That shedding of the skin is the remembrance of you transforming. It's the remembrance of you reincarnating on earth. We've seen Kanye West reincarnate many times. Rihanna has reincarnated many, many times while still here on the planet. Martha Stewart has reincarnated many times here on this planet. Tiana Taylor has reincarnated many times on this planet. Jay-Z, Beyonce, they have reincarnated many times. So I want you to look at it like this. When you reincarnate, it doesn't mean that You get rid of your family, not for all of us. It doesn't mean you change where you live, not for all of us, but that reincarnation takes you in a different direction. It takes you on another course. It allows you to expand your awareness and consciousness of how you see the world and how you see things in the world. It changes how you express yourself. It changes how you express yourself. It changes how you see the world. It changes. It changes things around you. It may change the friends that are around you. It may change the people around you. It may change your social circle. It may change your digital signature of who you call yourself to be. It may change who you are online. Many of you in the last couple of shows, you went and was so touched and so moved. And first of all, let me take time to say thank you. Thank you. I haven't gotten to all of the responses, but I have read them and they have touched my heart with how you guys are taking this work and integrating this work and really, really doing your work, because this is the great work that our ancestors talked about for transformation. You know, healers on the planet, soul workers on the planet, magic makers on the planet, stars on the planet are being called to come forward. We are being called to come forward. We are being called to come out. And we are not just being called to bring about something that we see everyone doing. Those who are able to tap into their divine uniqueness, which is all of us here, and we're doing this work, will be the ones who will be able to make great impact in their lives, in the people lives around them, and in the world around them. So I say to all of you, hold on, give yourself an opportunity to settle in, to ground yourself into who you are, not who you used to be, but who you are now at this present moment. Who are you now? Know that things are not going to be clear for you going forward. Not right now. We are in eclipse season. That means at any given moment, things are changing. But these are not random changes. These are not, these are changes that were self fulfilling prophecies that are coming from you and your soul. And you got to know that, because it may look very different in this physical world, what that self fulfilling prophecy is. Many of us, we've been doing the work and we have healed. And so now the real test is, can we get to the point where our habits are not consuming us? And I want to say that again. Can we get to the point where our habits are not consuming us? The last part of you that remembers all of the healing work you've done, all of the spiritual work you've done, the last part to remember that holds on is your body. But your body is the physical. And this is the part of you that will bring you back into this loop, that will bring you back into those bad habits, that will bring you back into that bad thinking, that will bring you back into that self defeating habit, that will bring you back into the fear, that will bring you back into the lack, that will bring you back into that bad relationship, that will bring you back into those decisive ways. And you have to be able to catch yourself. catch yourself so that you don't do that. So it doesn't trick you into believing that somehow there is this old program that is gripping you, that is running, that you cannot stop, because that's a lie. You've done that work. You've healed past it. And now what you have to do is to be able to take in more light. So a lot of conversations have been coming up, and so many of you have been emailing me over the past couple of months, and in with the futuristic activation group, and some of you guys have been emailing me in the one-on-one sessions, asking deeper questions about what does it mean to receive. And this is what we have to learn how to do as light workers, as healers, as star seeds on the planet. We have to learn how to receive. One of the best ways to receive is you have to be able to ground, because if you're not grounded, then you can receive, but it's not going to stay with you. It's not going to stay. It's not going to stick. It's going to come and then it's going to go. It's going to leave. And it's as fast as you receive, it's going to dissipate. It's going to leave you. As much work as you're doing, it's going to feel right. You're going to know it. It's going to be clear. And then one situation is going to throw you right back off again. And you're going to try to figure out what's happening. I thought I cleared this. I thought I was over this. I thought I was done with this. And you are. You have to be able to open up and receive more light. Gravity Magic, yes, is an excellent tool. In fact, any of the tools that I have on the digital download site is excellent for you to begin to work with so that you can ground yourself. Your nervous system needs to be grounded. Earth is going through its own ascension. You're going through your ascension. You understand? You're going through it. You are going through it. Earth is going through it. And you have to be able to receive, to stay open to receive. And there are some ways to start being open to receive. And the first way is to know that it's available for you to receive. And I'm talking about being able to receive the message from your higher self. Be able to receive the message from your heart. Can you receive the message your heart has been telling you when it comes to your values, when it comes to your integrity of how you're living, of how you're being, of how you're connecting, of how you're understanding your life and your world and what you feel on a day to day basis, how you're moving, how you're connecting, the words that you're speaking, and that level of authenticity that is true to yourself and as you know yourself to be. Can you receive that? Or is that still somewhat intimidating to you? Is it still something you have to be triggered by something or someone or something outside of yourself first? Or can you sit with yourself? What's going to be real important is going to be meditation. And I want to talk about that because I'm not talking about traditional meditation where you just sit down and you sit and you're getting into a meditative state. It's nothing wrong with that. That's a powerful way of being able to see if you're open to receiving. Even the messages that are coming up, the messages that are coming up from your spirit, from your mind, that are self defeating thoughts, that are distracting thoughts, that are thoughts and old memories of things that you want to release. Even if it's that, are you open to receive it and then let it go and not attach yourself to it, not have a codependent relationship with it? Can you open yourself up and receive this message from your higher self, no matter what the message is? The message from your heart, the message of how you truly, authentically feel about yourself and about your life, without looking outside of yourself, without comparing that life to someone else, without dragging someone else into that life, without dragging something else that is not happening in real time. Are you able to be open to receive? Sit with yourself for 3 minutes, 3 minutes a day, in silence, in silence. Mm, mm, mm. Sit with yourself in silence. See what comes to you. Not something to come to you so you can do something in the outside world, but something that comes to you that truly, truly allows you to tap deeper into who you are and understanding that from where you are now. Because asking this question to yourself 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 12 years ago, 13 years ago, it's not the same. If you haven't asked yourself that question at this particular time, it's time to explore that again. It's a beautiful time because you're getting ready to get your new ID back. You haven't gotten it yet. Now, if you're part of the futuristic pack, then you know what I mean when I say your old ID has expired. So, right now, we are all riding dirty in these cosmic streets. Everybody out here is riding dirty. And if we get pulled over and we are asked to show our ID, it's going to say it has expired. It's expired. But don't worry, your new ID is in the mail. You know how it is. Y'all know what it means to ride dirty because when you riding dirty, you just not out joyriding. You're not out here just joyriding all over the place. No, no, no. You not out here joyriding. You going only where you need to go and you coming back home because you already know you don't want to take a chance while you out here riding dirty. You ride real dirty. You don't want to do that. Not right now. Not right now. This is the time that you don't want to ride dirty because your ID is expired and you don't want somebody to pull that ID and say, "This is expired. Do you have a new ID? Let me have you step outside the vehicle. I need to ask you some questions." And they get to asking you some questions and you can't answer the question. They're going to say, this ain't you. This is not you. And until you can get a new ID, I'm going to give you a ticket because this is not really who you are. And I need you to figure out who you are when you get your ID. And I need you to come on back in. That's right. I need you to come back in. Yes, we all universal citizens. We are. But if you ain't got no ID, you can't prove that. You can't prove what part of the citizen group you are. You really can't. Now, that's a metaphor for energetically of what's happening. And if you can hear me, you can hear me. So, one of the things that I will say to you, it may be a time to kind of stay off social media just a little bit. And this isn't for everybody. This is for those of you who feel it. If you know that you're being impacted, if you know that you are being overly influenced, if you want your downloads to come in very, very clear for you, if you want to hear something that is original and unique to you, then stay off social media. Mhm. Stay off social media. Mhm. You lost your ID, you out here riding dirty. You know what it is when you riding dirty. So Take a break from social media. Take a break from taking in so much information and start receiving. I'm not saying forever because this is how I connect with you all. This is one of my main ways. Yes, I connect with clients in person, but this is one of my main ways that I connect with you all. But I'm not on social media constantly strolling, constantly watching, constantly consuming because it will cloud your judgment. It will cloud who you are. You will miss the beautiful drippings of this cosmic light that the divine, your higher self, your ancestors is sending to you. You will miss it and it will be clouded with someone else's light because you have been influenced. You have been taking in so much information. It's like the wires get crossed. I see people all the time, you know, doing stuff that other people did and repeating it, minds and others. It's not just me. And they can't remember, where did I get this from? I don't think anyone is doing it just to be malicious, but this comes from overly consuming and overly, just too much, too much noise, too much going on. This is time. You have something inside of you that is so divine, that is so powerful, that if you give yourself a chance, oh my goodness, if you give yourself a chance, in a couple of weeks, in a couple of months, your rebirth, your new ID, day by day, because it's ever folding day by day. And it doesn't have to take that long. It could be 24 hours because right now there's so many people. And I want y'all to take this in. I can always be real with you guys. I know I have the groups that we work together, self-invested, the divine priestess, our soul family, those of you who are part of the futuristic pack. And I'm always going to keep it real with you guys, but can I be real? Can I just be real with you? There are so many people that is trying to count all of us out. And that's just the truth. There are so many people who are praying and wishing on your downfall. And not because it's personal to you, but because they're stuck, or at least they feel like they're stuck. They're stuck in their way of life. They're stuck in their way of thinking. They're stuck in that job they hate. They're stuck in that relationship they hate. They're stuck in a body that they hate. They're stuck in friend groups that they hate and that their friend group is unfulfilling to them. They're stuck in so many ways. They're stuck and not being able to connect with their own light and who they are. They're just stuck. And they are wishing that when you come and you're bringing this burst of light, you're bringing this burst of joy, they're wishing, they're hoping that you are wrong, that you fail and you are wrong. And that's going to make them feel that much better about their pain they're enduring, about the things in their life that is not going right, that's not happening. And so every time that you open up and you share your authentic story about what you're struggling with and what you're going through, they're wishing, they're hoping. Some of them are even praying that you don't come back. But the problem is, your ass keep bouncing back and bouncing back. And you're not just bouncing back, you are superseding where you were the last time something happened and they can't figure it out. How? How are you doing this? Who is blessing you? Well, you're getting ready. All of us, you're getting ready. And this is not happening by osmosis. It's because of the work that you've been doing year after year after year, not worrying about the outcome, not worrying about whether you won or whether you lost, not worrying about whether you were right or not worrying about whether you were wrong, but really living and being authentic to who you are. You're going to be so blessed. It is going to make the people around you feel so uncomfortable because this time is not going to be like the other times. It's going to last. And there are things that you have been struggling with, some of you for your whole life, when it came to relationships, when it comes to finances, when it comes to your home and your stability, when it comes to having friends, when it comes to who you call your family, when it comes to how you feel and look about yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually. You're no longer going to ever struggle with those things again. I'm not saying you're not going to have a struggle, but you're done. You have completed the task. You're done. Those things are over. It's all behind you. And they are going to be in shock. They are going to be in awe. And you know what? You're not going to rub it in their face. You're not going to go around and say, yeah, that's what you get. You're not going to say that. You're going to hold your head up high and you're going to keep doing your work. You're going to keep loving. You're going to keep growing. You're going to keep evolving. Even smile when you see the people who counted you out. Even smile when you seen the people who were conspiring behind your back, throwing lies at you, telling false stories about you, making up shit about you just to try to destroy you, your character, your work, and everything that you've done. You're going to keep moving. You're going to keep growing, you know? Some of you have lived a life where your enemy has been close to you. And one of the things that we've been taught, and Spirit showed me this in these downloads, is that we've been taught keep your enemies close. No, 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 no. Don't keep your enemies close. Why would you want to keep an enemy close? That's over. That is over for keeping an enemy close. No. No more do you waste time with people who don't value you, with people who don't love you. No more do you waste time in situations where it's not an even exchange. You don't give your time, you do not give your energy and attention. You do not give your time to these people, these situations. You do not waste your time with that. And you don't have to be rude. You don't have to be nasty. You don't have to do anything crazy. But you simply do not give your time and your energy and attention where it's not being reciprocated, no matter who it is, no matter what the circumstances is. You don't do that anymore because you're learning how to value yourself. You know that you are a person who loves. You are a person who's caring. You are a person who is compassionate and giving, but you're also a person that is open to receive because that's the other missing factor. You have to be open to receive. And the moment you know that that is not happening, you have to disengage. And it has nothing to do with the person, has nothing to do with the place, has nothing to do with the thing, has everything to do with you, with who you are and who you value within yourself. And so what I always say to people is no, 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 no. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. Has nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing. Has everything to do with me. Taking full responsibility for who you are, taking full responsibility for your actions, for your thoughts, making sure that you know that when you're taking action, you have not only considered yourself, but also the person who you're taking the action with and how that's going to affect that person, how it's going to come across, how that's going to be perceived, especially when it's people we love and people we care about. And that requires a sacrifice. Mhm. And that sacrifice is for us to let some things go in our lives so that we can elevate, because you can't take everything with you. Absolutely. It is setting boundaries, but the boundary is not on the other person. The boundary is within yourself. Because before someone can cross my boundary, I had to cross my own boundary. How did I get outside of my own boundary? I can't set a boundary for another person. The only boundary I can set is for myself. The boundary for me is if this is not a give and receive, then I'm not engaging in it. I'm not engaging. Mhm. Mhm. Are you open to receive? Really open to receive? And can we start using our intuition, our discernment for the people in our lives, for the things that we are taking in? Because we see that everyone is just grabbing, grabbing. Everyone wants to grab. It's like a grab going on right now. And I think the collective is feeling this desperation of this eclipse that is coming up. And so you want to use discernment on the things that you are doing, where you're connecting yourself. You understand where you're showing up at. Sometimes we think these digital spaces don't count, but you are leaving your energetic signature everywhere you go, every connection you make, every word, every post, everything that you are speaking. It's like throwing something in what's the new system? Chat GPT. And Chat GPT, remember, is pulling off of the collective. Chat GPT is pulling from the collective of everything it is finding on the internet. Everything that it is taking in, it is pulling that information unless you know the code of how to navigate that cosmic space, put those settings in place so it is only sort of connected to you and your authentic energy. Because we know that energy always go back to the originator. So if it is not originally coming from you, even though you may have it for a short period of time, that benefits is going back to the source in which it came. Now, I'm not telling you not to use it because it is a powerful tool when you know how to use it like any other tool. And so you have to be the originator of this thought for it to manifest something. Otherwise, it is taking pieces out of the collective and pulling it together and giving it to you. And all along, it's saying it's not really you. And so, therefore, what happens is you get to pull things in, but then it's just like the clock striking midnight. Poof, it goes away, and you're trying to figure out, where did it go? Where did it go? How come I couldn't keep it? Because it understands where it's coming from, where it's not coming from, where it didn't come from. So know that wherever you are, whatever you are connecting with, even here, whatever you are connecting with, you are leaving your signature. You're leaving your signature here. You are leaving that mark here. So make sure that this is something that you want to do with the things that you are engaging yourself with and you're engaging in. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. You know the difference when someone is putting their heart and soul into something. It speaks a little different. It feels, it's not a sound, it's a feeling, it's an energy that kind of goes with it. And that's what I want you to connect with, because there is a powerful way for us to use all of these tools when it is done in the right light. And so I want to give you all that reminder. By the way, if you're here, I want to say welcome and thank you for joining here. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button if you feel called to do so. It really helps the channel out. It really helps to grow. It really helps to get the message out to so many more who need to hear the message and get the message. And it also lets, you know, uh, YouTube know that this is a place that you are choosing to bring your energy. You approve of this energy, this space that you're in. And that matters. You matter. And you have to know that you matter. You really do matter. So we have a couple of days until we move. We're already in the energy of this eclipse. And so many things are happening and so many things are turning around. But at the same time, you're getting flashes of light, flashes of golden light. You're getting these flashes of light that are coming, that are happening, these downloads. And it's coming in because we are literally reincarnated. We are connecting ourselves back to the energy, the source, the divine source in which we came from. We're connecting back with this energy. And I know you all can feel it. You can feel it in your spirit. You can feel it even if you cannot um even if you cannot right now, if things are not clear in certain areas of your life, even if it's not clear for you right now, you can feel it. You can feel it in your spirit. And that's what I want you to captivate. That's what I want you to hold on. I'm going to give you some steps. Um I'm going to give you a living ritual for you to do. It's an inner ritual which I guess you can quantify all rituals as inner ritual. It's just my term that I turned rituals to be an inner ritual here. And I want us to talk about that because this is going to be important. And it's a way for you to connect with this energy that is here. All right. So I'm going to give you some steps here. And it's going to be dealing with the 369, this 369, this living ritual. And these are some simple steps. I'm going to give it to you in a way that I've kind of formulated. Of course, we know about Nikola Tesla, and there's been many different versions of this that have come out. But I'm going to share with you all one that I use and have been using that has worked powerful, and I have shared over the years as well. And so I'm not going to go into the whole breakdown. I think you all can do your own research. And by the way, I encourage you to do that with anything to make sure that you are doing your due diligence, to do your research. And I'm not just talking about research on the internet because I'm concerned with what you are feeling, what you are picking up, what you are thinking. I'm concerned with that aspect because that matters just as much as somebody who wrote a book 20 years ago or 10 years ago. And I understand, yes, our history plays a part in what's happening, what's going on with us now, but it's also just as important as what is going on with you in your life. So if you're working with my tools, I'm not asking you just to leave a review because I want I just want a whole bunch of reviews. It's because I genuinely care about what you did with this tool, because that's all it is. It's a tool. It means nothing if you don't pick it up and you're not using it, and it can't be effective. And so those thousands and thousands of tools and reviews that I have on the products and the classes that I've taught, you are showing me that, hey, Miss Blue, this thing that you put out, this tool, I worked with it, and here's what it did for me. Because you have to do the work, and the credit goes to you for doing the work and being able to do the alchemy with the work to be able to connect that energy back together. So I'm going to give you these steps, and they're not a whole lot of steps. In fact, there are going to be 3 steps, and you can use this for manifestation magic. You can do this to invite in miracles. You can do this to be open to receive. You can do this for healing. You can do this to call in a relationship. You can do this if you are looking to move forward and start a business. You can use this for, you can use it in any of those capacities, right? One of the only capacity, and I've talked about this because this has been a hot topic from you guys, from me for a while, is about purpose. Remember, purpose is like your soul. It's a never ending story. Right now, your purpose is to be present in this moment, because this is where you will get the golden downloads. Someone tell me type golden downloads in the chat if you are ready to receive not just regular downloads, but in this golden era, you're ready to receive the golden era download. So type golden era download. I am open to receive. This is going to be your call and response for this activation to come in for you, because you are sending out a request to your higher self and to source and the divine that you don't just want a download, you want the golden era download. That's the download you want, because if you don't make a specific request, you may be tapping into an old model download, an old era download. We don't want no more old era downloads. We done seen 1,000 people do the same shit over and over and over and over again. It's like we are all turning into Stepford wives out here in these streets. Like we are all avatars and robots. We don't want to do the same thing. So we want the new golden era downloads. We want that new. We want that fresh. We want that new download that is taking us into the future. So these 3 steps, these are simple steps so that you can channel the power of the 369 as it's connected to the golden era and these downloads, because this is the portal that is going to stay open, especially through this eclipse season. And while we're in this eclipse season, it may look a little chaotic, but that's okay. That's when I need you to know that you are receiving this golden era download. I just seen this. Know you are magic. I love that name. Absolutely. I am the Know Your Magic girl. So I love that. Absolutely. So you want to make sure that this is what you are open to receive here. So here are the 3 simple steps. And remember, no matter how chaotic life may seem. And when I say life, that doesn't mean that you're in the chaos. It just means that life may be in the chaos, right? But this is what you're going to use, and you can use it in any area of your life, for finances, for physical healing in your body, your mind, your spirit. You can use it for relationships, to call in that relationship that you want. You can use it to manifest if you need finances, to manifest finances in your life, to manifest healthy friendships in your life. You can use it to manifest that friendships. You can use it to things that you need to get done. If you find that you can't complete tasks, you're not finishing things, you got a lot of stuff you need to get in order to get things done, and you want to get these things done, this is where you want to do that. You want to do that, right? Especially while we're getting ready to receive our new ID cards, because we're getting those new IDs, all right, whether we want them or not. So here we go. Number 1. And this is going to be step 3. So write these down in order. So you'll just have sort of kind of the outline and the steps to know how to use it. So step 3, here we go. Step 3. Um, Step 3, here we go. So you're going to declare your desire. You're going to declare what that desire is for you. Now, here is the thing. I need you to clearly state what you want. You have to clarify it. So that may take a little tweaking. Write it down, clarify exactly what you want. State it. State what you want to manifest. Now, you can do this 2 ways. I'm going to recommend that you do them both. Number 1, you must write it down. I'm going to give you all my steps. Let me take a sip of some of my magic water here. I'm going to tell you what works for me. You all do it the way it works for you. But write it down. And I say, write it in blue ink. And the reason I say write it in blue is because you will be able to tell the original. If you write something in blue ink, you will always know it is the original, not a copy. Okay? So you want to print it in blue ink. And then you want to speak it out loud. And you're going to speak it out loud 3 times. You have to keep it short, and you have to keep it specific. And then you have to say it like you mean it. Like you have to get into your feelings and you have to say it. So, for instance, let's say I am going to declare my desire. Remember, desires cannot come from the false matrix, which is in the mind. That's why people tell you, and you may have heard growing up, not to desire anything and don't wish for nothing. Have you ever heard that? Type a yes in chat if anyone has ever told you wishes don't count and desires don't count. Wish doesn't matter and desire doesn't matter. And that's a true statement, but only if you're processing it in your mind. The mind doesn't know what to do with the desire. The mind doesn't know what to do with the wish. This is why when we're children, we are very magical with our wishes and with our desires. We are so magical with wishing and desires, and those things come true. Every person who's accomplished anything in their life has said, when I was a child, I always wished for. When I was a child, listen to the Oscars, listen to these different award shows. When people are accepting their awards, they're going to tell you, I always had a desire for this. When someone receives something, when they get something, all you have to do, you're going to hear this occult code that they say. When Beyonce received her award, she always desired, she was wishing for. You're going to hear these terminologies. You don't hear it in everyday people language because we have been taught to only use our mind. And if the mind logically cannot connect itself with something, then it doesn't exist. But wishes and desires only come from the heart, the pure heart. Okay. So I'm telling you that so you can understand, when I'm telling you to declare your desire, declare your wish, so you can understand what part of your being, your essence, you're using. You're using your heart, which is the magnet for your whole entire essence in your avatar while you're here on the planet. That's what magnetizes uh, your frequency. It elevates your frequency. It puts you uh, in the dimension, because truly you're not magnetizing things towards you. You're magnetizing a frequency that is elevating you so that you can see that you already have what you desire and what you wish. And this is why you hear so much talk in the manifestation community about making sure that you are a vibrational match, making sure that you are in alignment, making sure that you raise your frequency and your energy so that you can attract. You're not really attracting, you're coming into a state of knowing, right? But you can't do it from the mind, because the mind won't take you there. The mind will put you in a state of lack. Okay, so there you go. You want to keep it short. You want to make it specific, and you have to say it like you mean it. And you're going to say it 3 times. You're going to write it down 3 times, and you're going to say it 3 times. And what this does, it's going to lock in your intention, and it's going to send a signal that you are ready, that you are ready, that you are ready. Because until then, this is something that you were hoping for, you were working towards, that you were dreaming about, that you were imagining about, that you were praying for, that you were attempting to get, to manifest, to connect. No, you want to magnetize that you are ready. You're ready. You're ready. Like, look, it's here. I'm ready. Okay. And literally, I've seen things show up for me within minutes, within seconds. Some things took a little longer. Not that they have to, things can happen at any second, whether it's a health situation, financial situation, relationship situation, emotional situation. Things don't have to take a long time. Anything is possible, can happen in an instant, but it's up to you. So I'm going to come back to that. The next step, which is 6. So after you've done the 3 step, which is the first step, we're going to go to the second step, which is 6. You have to feel it fully. How you feel is everything. So when you're smiling on the outside, you know, when you're smiling, and yes, you can do this along with me here, while you're smiling on the outside, but you feel like shit on the inside. Your feelings trumps everything, no pun intended. But your feelings trumps everything. So you have to feel it fully. And one of the things I want to recommend that you do is to close your eyes when you get into this feeling, because that sends a message to your nervous system, to your mind, to your heart and your higher self that you want to detach from the physical. Detach from the physical. And you want to go into your altar, because the altar really is inside of you. We have physical altars, but this is the altar, the real altar, the temple, the holy, the sacred place. You want to go within. And when you close your eyes, that is the message that you're sending. It is only then, after completing these first steps and coming into the second step, that you do this. And then you get into the position where you start to visualize your desire and your wish. It is only then that you do that. You are going within, and you are visualizing your desires. And you're not just visualizing it, but you're visualizing it as if it is happening right now, at this moment. You're not visualizing it like, oh, I see myself do, oh, and I can imagine. No, no, no. You're visualizing it like it's happening right now, like in this moment. And then you're going to take 6 deep breaths. You're going to take 6 deep breaths. And with each one of those breaths, you're going to feel the excitement, and you're going to feel the gratitude of this miracle that is happening right at that moment. You are emerging yourself into it, into this feeling. You will feel your energy is going to start amplifying, and you're going to know, you'll feel a tingling. You'll feel some sort of sensation in your physical body. You'll feel it. You'll feel this sensation. You'll feel this tingling that is going to happen. And you will know that when that starts to happen, you are in alignment. You are in alignment, not just with anything, but you are in alignment with your goal. You are in alignment with your desire. You are in alignment with your wish. In fact, you have it. It's yours. It is materialized, and it has connected itself back to where it belongs with you. It's there. You have it. You own it. It's there. And then sit in that energy for a minute. Sit in that energy for a moment. And after you sit in that energy for a moment, we're going to move on to step 9. Step 9. Step 9. Now, many of you who've worked with me, you've heard different variations of this. So, but I'm going to give you something. You'll notice this is a little different twist here. Step 9. This is when you released and you trust. And you're going to say it. You're going to give, I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful affirmation. You're going to give the affirmation and you're going to say, thank you. Thank you to Source. Thank you to your higher self. Thank you to the universe. Thank you to God. Thank you to whoever, because I don't get to tell you who to thank. But I would say make sure the first person you thank is the God in you. Make sure that is the first person that you thank. And you can thank whoever you want to thank. And you're going to, whatever that statement looks like, whatever that alignment looks like, you're going to say thank you 9 times. The same exact statement 9 times. You're going to say it. And then you're going to let it go. You're going to let it go. You're going to release it, release your desire and release your wish, but you'll be able to do it with confidence, trusting that the universe is already tuned into the reality. Source is there. The divine source is there. Because remember, the universe doesn't judge. The universe does not judge. It is a mirror reflecting back to you what you are putting out. It doesn't judge. So, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're amplifying, whatever you're magnetizing, whatever you're broadcasting is what you're getting back. So, know that what you're feeling and what you trust is going to make your energy that much more magnetized. And even in chaos, your miracle can find its way to you, the original. It doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter what is happening. It can find its way, even in chaos, to you. All right. So I would say to you, don't wait for a perfect moment to do this. Don't. Please don't wait for a perfect moment because the perfect moment is now, like the sister was saying in chat. Start with step 1 immediately. You have to do that. And I want you to stay with step 1 until you feel your energy shift. If you don't feel a shift in your energy, stay with step 1 because this is so important for this alignment. Because what this does is it sort of initiate the movement of this miracle getting in motion. You have to own your power. From that giving moment, own your power, take action, and you have to watch how quick, how fast any chaos in your life transform into a remarkable opportunity of a blessing. Because your miracle is already on the way. And what you have to do is you got to claim that shit. And that's the step that we miss. You got to claim it. You have to be a part of it and you have to claim it. So there is the 369 for you to do that, to work with that energy, to get in alignment. Now, yes. So, as you all know, and I don't want to stay up here too long, but as you all know, there is the eclipse season coming. And I personally am excited because it's a powerful time of transformation. And I know that there's many that will kind of speak fear with the eclipse season, but I want you to translate that and really know that what they're telling you is that this is a great opportunity that we don't often get. And this season of eclipse, because we're living in certain alignments that we all signed up for, they're alignments that we have not experienced in hundreds and thousands of lifetimes. Ah, thank you for that. For hundreds and thousands of lifetimes. So, what I want you to know is that uh give me a moment, you guys. Give me a moment because I see y'all are already ahead of me. I'm going to tell you something, but I have to do something a little different to get things set up for you. So, one of the things that I knew would be important over the next coming, I guess you can say almost 6 months, is I wanted us to have an opportunity for us to, and I'm doing something here, but I wanted us to have the opportunity to be able to have some tools that we could work through and be able to use during this time, to have this time for us to be able to work through, have the tools that we need to navigate this space and not just navigate it, but do it in a very powerful and profound way. I don't know about you all, but that's kind of what I'm looking for is I don't want to just navigate. I want to be able to do this in a powerful and profound way. One that will allow me to live my greatest dreams and desires. Because why not? Why not? That's what we came to earth for. We didn't come here to play small. We didn't come here to be counted out. We didn't come here for those reasons. We came here for something greater than ourselves. And even if that greatness is really an opportunity for us to live our best life, how we see fit, not how the world sees fit, but how we see fit, because that's what counts. And so, in doing so, give me 1 second. Let's see. One moment, you guys. Yes, in doing so, Mhm. Okay. Be right there, you guys. Be right there. I gotta in doing so, let me stay on track. I'm trying to pull up something here for you guys. I gotta change something real quick, real fast, and in a hurry. In doing so, here's what I want you to do. I want you to know. I want you to know. And listen. Okay. Mhm. How we doing? But meanwhile, while I'm getting this together, let me know how you're feeling about what was just discussed. And your uh what was your takeaway on what we just talked about here? What was discussed? What was just talked about? How do you feel at this moment about what you're capable of doing, about the things that are happening in your life at this moment? How do you feel right now? Like, honestly. Mm, mhm. I just want to check in and see how we out here feeling. Feeling good, excited for everyone else as well. Confirmation, beautiful. But remember, we want to move from, no, I'll let you have that. If you receive the confirmation, then that's fine. That's fine. I don't need to say anything about that. Confirmation is beautiful. Is beautiful. Aligned. I feel nervous, but also empowered, excited for everyone. What else? At ease. Love that. Love that. At ease. Okay. Okay. All right. Oops. Okay. What else? What else? Papa Flynn, thank you for that super chat. Oh, y'all are giving super chat donation. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Hold on before you hold on, you guys. I promise you. Hold on. Hold on. Y'all are so sweet. I love you so much. Um, I love you all so much. Uh, mm. Okay. 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 Let me see. Let me see. What can't be blank? What can't be blank? Oh, okay. I'm almost done. Thank you all. Thank you all. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, okay. I got it. All right. All right. All right. Almost done. I promise y'all I am almost done, but you're going to be you're going to be excited. I want to say thank you to Voice Alchemist. Thank you to who's this? Who's this? Uh let me put you got. Can I put y'all up there? Oh wait, let me go back. I want to say thank you to Papa Flynn for the super chat donations. Thank you to, how do you say this? Andrea Askew, Askew, I think. And to the Voice Alchemist, I want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you for the lovely, beautiful super chat donations. Hold on one second. Wait. So, one, on a moment, one moment. I know. I'm gonna get my multitasking together. This gonna be one of my wishes. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm almost done. I promise y'all I'm almost done. I know what y'all saying, Miss Blue. But trust me, it's going to be worth the wait. Yeah. Uh-huh. Here we go. Did it work? Okay, it didn't work. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Let me ask you guys something. Did you all know that I talked about the Met Gala? The Met Gala this year is going to be, the theme is really going to be the brothers. The brothers is really going to be the theme, and it's African American fashion, art, and design is going to be the assignment. Can you imagine that? That is the assignment for the Met Gala this year. I talked about it last year that I said that there would be some things for yeah, okay. All right. Whew. Okay. So anyway, we're going to keep our eye out for that, but let me get back on course of what I'm sharing with you all. So, over the course of the last couple of months, and I was thinking about everything from this eclipse season and just how to navigate this space the best way that we can during this time. First of all, I want to give a big shout out and ashe to all of the ancestors out there, and to Angie Stone as well, and to Roy Ayers, who you all know that I interviewed him and had the opportunity to connect with him on a few occasions. I interviewed him on the remix, and as well as had a chance to connect with him on a few occasions. Made his transition. So we've had several people and those that we know who are artists who have been making their transition during this particular time, as well as many of you have reached out to me with your loved ones and family members who have made their transition at this time. And first of all, ashe to and sending them so much love and light to everyone. And I told you all when we have these major alignments, one of the ways I want you to look at it is this is the mothership, or the main mothership coming to pick souls up and to take them on to their next journey, as well as bringing souls to drop them off at this time. Now, this eclipse, we have some things that will be taking place, and it's happening and it's impacting with the signs of the constellations of what we know in the zodiac as Aries and Pisces, which is the alpha and the omega. And so this is why you're going to hear the terminology that there are endings and there are powerful beginnings that are happening. So Pisces is the ending, it's the closing off, it's the endings. And Aries is the beginning, it's the start of the new zodiac that's happening, that's coming in. And that's coming in at this particular time. And so we are moving closer towards the age of Aquarius. And in this vibrational year of 9, this is a very electrifying energy that the atmosphere, and we can think of it this way, that the atmosphere is putting out. And this is why our nervous systems, and you'll hear everyone who are healers and spiritual teachers, we are all and have been since last year talking about how you have to ground yourself. You notice I put out um, ground gravity, right? Because this need to be grounded is what we must do because it's so much electrifying, transformative energy that's just floating in the atmosphere and it's impacting our physical body. But where we're going next, we have to take our bodies with us. This next ascension that everyone is on course for who is alive on the planet, your body cannot come later. You know, there was a time where we could send our evolution of what we know our mind to be ahead of us, and then we could bring the body after. We can no longer do that. You have to bring yourself, you have to come whole. It's a wholeness moment. You have to come complete and whole. And so this is why so many things must change, but know that our alignment is one that we sort of put in motion for ourselves. We put this alignment into motion for ourselves for ourselves. So I want to get to this point because I don't know why my phone is going off, but I'll check it in a minute. But so I came up with a tool that we can use, and it's one I know all of us love, and you guys have been asking me for over and over again. And when I got the channel a few months ago, I knew exactly what it was because I woke up with the name first, and then I woke up with what it was, and I kinda was kinda going, "Huh, huh, huh, huh." And then spirit gave me confirmation. Actually, it was a few members in the soul group that actually sort of pushed this forward, so we wanna thank them with them the, giving me the activation to go ahead and do it. And so, what I'm doing for those of you, and I'm going to talk about who this is for, and you'll know who it's not for. But I have come up with the formula called Veil Breaker because this is about the liquid keys, that golden light of the liquid keys. And it's liquid magic. And so I know many of you who have experienced liquid magic, you've been asking me to bring that back. And with all the things that I'm doing, sometimes it's kind of difficult to do those one on one sessions. But I know for those of us, as we move through this ascension period, it's an opportunity for us to move into liquid magic. But this formulation that I channeled together a few months back, and I've been taking it myself, is the veil breaker. And trust me, when I say you get the keys, you get the keys. And what this really helped me to understand is that the illusion isn't just outside of you, it's the programming you didn't even know that was still running in my physical body. So I've cleared the programs and done the work, but there's still some programs that was still running in my physical body. And what veil breaker is, it's not just a remedy, because of course you guys know that I work with the Bach flower remedies and what I've coined liquid magic. So this just isn't a remedy, but it's a system override. And it's the way that I was able to override those systems that was still running, not in my mind, because they're not running in my consciousness, but my body was still holding on to these last little remnants here. And so, this is what I have to say to you. You're not stuck, but you might be caught in a loop. This blend doesn't just help you feel better. What it does is it shifts your frequency so you can stop repeating old cycles and start accessing your new golden age download and reality. I'm telling you, I'm drinking it now. I've been drinking it all day today because I said, let me see what comes out different today, not with any intention, because that's what I love about liquid magic. I literally call it, you know, this is your spiritual coach in a bottle. And it did. And I just followed it. I said, whatever happens today, I have done all kinds of things today completely different than I would have ever done in record timing today, like literally record timing. So I want to give this to you. The eclipse don't just reveal what's hidden, and we all have to know that. It's kind of a force of an upgrade. So when we're going through this eclipse season, it sort of forces you into an upgrade. That's why sometimes it can be sort of jolting for us when these things are happening. You're being forced into this upgrade. And the veil breaker is the tool that sort of helps you integrate this shift without resistance, without fear, without confusion. Oh, do we need that? Do we need that? Do we need that? You understand? So, the honest truth, you don't really need another message, especially not when it comes to what's coming up. You don't need another sign. You don't need any more synchronicity. But if I can authentically and humbly speak to you, because I know for me, you need a clear vision and you need energetics that is precise. That's what's needed. I know that's what I needed because things was kind of cloudy and I thought, "You got liquid magic." And a couple of months ago, I said, "You know what? I am riding these cosmic waves, but I can't forget that I'm also creating cosmic waves. Let me sit, tap into this golden era download. I don't want no old downloads. I want a golden era download." And I came up with this formula and it helped me shift without resistance, without fear, without confusion. And so many of you have commented that in the futuristic group. And I understand what you're saying because so many of you have told Miss Blue, I noticed like you you kind of you the same, but you different. You change. You get no total. And there was no resistance in the work that I love, but we all have those different areas of our lives where there are resistance, you know, where there is just a little bit of fear, where sometimes we can be a little confused. And veil breaker, it helps you work through that. I'm going to talk a little bit for those of you who don't know about liquid magic and what it does. I'll speak a little bit to that as well too. But I want you to understand this, because this is not for surface level healing. And I don't put that out as a warning. I put that out as truth. This, if you don't want to do no real work, please save it, because it is limited. Save it for somebody else. And for those of you who have worked with liquid magic, you know what I'm talking about. Save this. If you do not really want to go beneath the surface, don't fool with it. Just leave it alone. This is for those of you who are ready to step into the full energetic mastery. You understand? And so if you feel it calling you, it's time. It's time. Mhm. It's time. So it the choice is yours. The choice is yours. And I want to talk about this because I have it on a different site. So that's why I have it put there. If you copy that, it should take you straight there. I don't know if you all have been able listen. I can't play with y'all. Y'all already over there. I can't play with y'all. So this is what's going to happen, because I want to tell you. And the last time I did this, you guys, is so crazy. But it was a couple of years ago. It was in 2022, which is one of the alignments. You cannot make this shit up. And when I looked at it, guess what the date was that we had the live call? It was on March the 20th. Isn't that crazy? March the 20th. It's not crazy. It's magical. It's a miracle. But this year, we're going to do a live call on the 22nd. The bottle that you will receive of the liquid magic, you're getting the veil breaker. Um, and you will also get, before we do the live event on March the 20th, um, before you're going to get, I'm going to send you a higher self hypnosis for you to start working with prior to. If you don't understand about, if you don't understand what this, if you don't understand what liquid magic is, it is using the power of flower essence. And I have studied and still am studying the Bach flower remedies, and I've taken classes in this as well. I've been working with this for a few years now, and many who have taken the liquid magic from me can attest to how they've had breakthroughs in different areas of our lives. The reason I love the flower essence, and I will talk about the formulation a little bit more, but maybe we'll do it another night to get a breakthrough. But I told you in essence what it does. But you will have a custom blend, a channeled blend that you're going to have in your bottle. And what you do is you get you a glass, much like this, with about 8 ounces of water on it, and you just sip on it. It works on your frequency and your vibration. And Brittany Vise said, "My frequency is raising just from reading the description." And actually, it really is that powerful. In fact, it is something that I use in my day to day life. I give it to my children, my family members, clients that I work with as well, and have worked with several people. I have many testimonies on the liquid magic and how powerful it is. So, this flower essence, it works on a frequency level, an emotional level. So no matter what kind of regiment you have, no matter what kind of medication or treatment plan you're on, this can be integrated. Whether you're seeing a therapist, a coach, a psychiatrist, it doesn't matter. It's not going to impact you in that way, but it can be very much life changing. and it's a proven testament. And it is something that started really during ancient times in ancient Egypt. A lot of times when you see in the hieroglyphs and you see them holding the lotus flower up to their mouths, and many would say that they were smoking these lotus flowers and they were doing it. But when I channeled them from the hieroglyphs, they were also using the flower essence as well, and they were digesting it and they were taking it. Remember, a flower is the highest evolution of a plant. It is when the plant flower blooms, it gets into its God consciousness. But it's not plant medicine, so it doesn't work the same because you are getting the essence of the plants, and each one of the essence of the plants holds a particular frequency template. And so as you begin to take that in, it starts opening you up at a soul level. And so you begin to do therapy on yourself. You begin to, like an onion, peel back the layers, getting down to the real root cause and really opening up yourself to healing and releasal, not just from your energetic body, but once it leaves your energetic body, then your physical body can no longer hold on to these things. Your physical body can't hold on if your energetic body has released something from you. Your physical body can't hold it. Does that make sense? This is why I'm also a certified Reiki master. And this is why the quickest way to heal the physical body is through the auric field, through the etheric body, through your energy body. And so we know that as healers, as intuitive Reiki masters, as healers, I can heal your physical body faster by not even touching you, but by working with your energy body, by working through your energetic body. I work with particularly, and I know it's a lot of flower essence out there, and I think they're really, really good. For me, I work with the Bach flower remedies. And I've told this story years and years ago on the show. And the reason I have worked with the Bach flower remedies, because I know that he received his training from the ancient Egyptians, from the Kemites. And so, if you know his story, he was a part of what they call the White Brotherhood. And they would get together, and many people said they did many things, but they were studying these ancient teachings out of ancient Kemet in the priesthood. And they were bringing this energy in and beginning to learn these teachings. Now, Dr. Bach started out as a doctor, and then he moved into the homeopathic area of healing. And once he moved from the homeopathic area of healing, he then went on because he said he started getting these channels whenever he would go out and walk amongst the flowers and in nature. He started getting these channels of the plants start talking to him, and he started getting these downloads that would come into him, and he started experimenting with the flower essence. He started experimenting with them, and then he came up with his whole line of all of the flower essence. Now, there was a class in England that I wanted to go to, but that's a long story. We won't go into the whole backstory of that, but I wanted to give you that to let you all know this is not something I'm jumping on the bandwagon with. In fact, back in, I want to say 2005, 2006, I had a gentleman to come on my show that I had to make the acquaintance with. And he was attempting to, because I had this love. You guys know my first love of coming into consciousness was because of feelings and emotion. I always coin myself as being a sensitive chick. I'm a sensitive chick, a very emotional chick, but the price of sensitivity is sensitivity. And I always felt the way that we understood our emotions needed to change. And that's been a big part of my premise and my work that I've been doing with us not being afraid of ourselves, understanding, learning how to love ourselves, and understanding our energy in our body and how powerful our feelings and emotions are, because it is intel for us. and can lead us to greater um, evolution and transformation within us. And so working with these flower essence really helped me to uncover that. Now, I'll give you a little bit of backstory for some of you. This might be the first time you're ever hearing this, is that during a very critical situation when Marvin Gaye, father, who is the person who unalived him, uh, and that unalived him in his life, the family was in shock, and the family was it was during a party, actually. I think it was either a birthday party or whatever, and Marvin Gaye showed up, and him and his father went back and forth. And what happened is, they uh him and his father went back and forth with one another. And while him and his father went back and forth with each other, his father ended up unaliving him, and the family was in shock. And when they called the doctors to come, because everyone there witnessed it, the whole family was treated with the flower essence, with the Bach remedies. And that is what took them out of shock. I've seen people who have had physical things happen to them, and the people around them that witnessed it, I have assisted them by giving them some of the Bach remedies to help take them out of shock. I have worked with individuals who have been addicted to drugs. An associate of mine's, her son, and I worked with him for several months. He had been in and out of rehab and on drugs since he had been 16 years old, and I worked with him, and within a couple of months, if 2, if we made it to 2, it definitely was over a month, but 2 to 3 months, he was completely rehabilitated and had got a job and was clean and was no longer on drugs, and last I heard, was moving forward on the straight and narrow. A lot of people who have experienced trauma in their childhood life and just things where they have worked on and they have released and been able, this is really what has assisted them. Like I said, I've given it to my children and to myself. Uh, mhm, 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 mhm. So I want you all to know, and I see you all that are getting this. And I did change the address because I did have it on the PayHip site, but I keep forgetting they're not an American site. Uh, they're not an American site. Let me see. I now understand why the ancestors woke me to Miss Blue's voice. I am still trying to understand how YouTube pops up on my laptop. They did not want me to miss out on, Ashe, on the liquid key, the veil breaker. Yeah, yeah. So, I want you all to know right now, you guys, I am only able to ship this out to, in the US, in the US. I will see if I can make it happen for those of you who are international, but because of just what I have to do to get it and to get it ready, I am shipping it out. But this veil breaker, let me tell you, let me tell you, it's good. It's good. And yes, you can give it to children, you can give it to pets. It is not harmless. Of course, you want to consult whoever you consult, but it is not harmless. Let me see who's texting me. You guys is blowing me up. Why are y'all telling me y'all want it? I'm gonna send it to y'all. Is that what y'all are telling me? Let me see what these text messages saying. Let me send a message back. So, yeah. So, and I want to say thank you to everyone who placed their orders. The details are on the site so you all can see. Let me put that back up there so you can see. And I also left it in the show notes as well. I got to change the one in the show notes actually. But everything is there that you're going to get. It's going to be shipped out in the month of March. Um, and you will receive the hypnosis that you'll receive the hypnosis. Yeah, there's details. Of course, there's details. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's details. Yeah, you'll receive that. You're also going to get a one-on-one email consultation, personalized from me. That email, you'll send me an email and you'll get a response to that personal tastation. You'll get a response to um, that. Why am I not getting that message? I don't know. I thought I got another message. Okay, I guess I didn't. Um so I didn't even see the details. All I know is I could not miss out. Y'all didn't read the details? Read the details because I hope y'all filled it out, filled out y'all information correctly. Listen, did y'all you know what? Okay, okay, okay. Uh y'all are not y'all are not reading the details. Listen, let me see. Hold on a second, you guys. Let me okay. All right. All right. Yeah, the details are there. Okay. So you could go back, yes, and read the details. I will be sending that out. And um, because of the time frame, that's another reason I didn't want to put international because I want you to get this and you will receive an informational sheet as well that you will get also that's going to tell you you're just going to take your liquid magic bottle, you're going to drop 4 drops in it and sip that throughout the day. But I'll go into more details when you receive your order. You'll have all those details. But no, let me see if I got, yes, we'll have the live Zoom call. It's going to be on March the 22nd. That's going to be the tentative date that we are going to do that, that we will be getting together to work with this. But this is something that can help us. I didn't put a limit on this of how many you can order. I know we won't get crazy with it, but we won't get crazy with it. But this is going to be a game changer. It is something natural. It is something that has been around. It's tried, proven, and tested uh, as well. For those of you who have had the liquid magic from me, I'm sure that they will not mind sharing that here in chat, but it has done wonders for myself. I've told my stories throughout the year of the liquid magic and how it has worked for me as well too because you get a chance to work with your own energy, your own frequency, and should we do it daily? Yes, when you get it, do it daily. You can't do it too much. You cannot do it. It cannot hurt you. You cannot OD on it, like any of that. It is shipping in the US only at this time. Now, if you have somebody in the US that you can ship it to and they can ship it to you, you guys can do that. But at this time, I'm only going to be able to ship it in the US at this time, but I am working on it. I am, you guys. Some of these things, it's just me to do it. Thank you for that, Priestess Melanie. She said it's amazing. Like I said, it was actually, and I'll let you all know, I'm not going to put the person on blast because I don't have permission to do that. But it was several of you, and I know one of you are here that put that on, that actually told me and reached out to me while I was going, maybe I'll wait for the liquid magic. But I had already received the channel. I was doing it for myself. And I thought, let me not be selfish. And I don't mean that in a selfish way, but sometimes I do things, I don't immediately do things just to bring it to you guys. But I really knew that this could be helpful because I could see how it was so helpful for me. Do we set intentions before we drink it, or it's already designed to do what it's do? It's already designed to do what it does. But one thing I will always say, it doesn't hurt to add your personal intention. But that's the good thing about it. Because once you place your order for it, once you start to take the veil breaker, you set your intention the day you place your order. When you place your order for it, your intention has been set. And of course, it's going to be some steps that I'm going to tell you what to do with the liquid magic. And you'll get all of those details. And again, this is a proprietary blend that for me. And I like making these blends. And there are times, and there may be certain situations where I have those one on one sessions and I take information from you and we channel it together, meaning me and you in a personal consultation. And I make a custom blend just for you based on what you're working on, what you want to work on. Matter of fact, while I was in school and training for this, the divine priestess were so gracious to work with me. And this is why I'm seeing Priestess Nadra saying it's truly amazing. I'm a living testament. Priestess Keisha says it's life changing liquid magic, and Priestess Melanie as well. And many of you guys who experienced it, who have worked with the liquid magic, know. And so they worked with me when I was first learning a couple of years back with liquid magic to learn how to do these custom blends. Because, there are some things that I definitely can teach myself. But when it came to this, and with the history so rich and the connection with ancient Egypt, I wanted to take my studies more in depth so that I could show up the best and make sure that you all were getting the best. Uh, Eli, you must be on the wrong site. I apologize for that. I got to go change my notes because this is where you need to go for it. Let me do that now because I don't want you guys to get the wrong site here. Because I had to change the site. I keep forgetting that site PayHip is not an American site. And there's nothing wrong with that because I love it for other reasons. I love PayHip as well, but I had to go to another site. So I updated that. I still have Liquid Magic custom cards from the priestesshood. It's smooth and powerful. Oh, you have the cards from it. Yes. Yes. And matter of fact, everything that I do, you guys know, is activation art. And that activation art that I have is, you can just look at it and you get activated. Y'all know I'm extra. I'm just extra. So when you're looking at that bottle, it's extra. But I'm doing something a little extra in this bottle. And I channeled some of the ancestors in this bottle. And yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I channeled the ancestors in this bottle. I'm just going to leave it at that. So this is going to be good. And if you use it, the liquid magic should last you um, at its most 4 weeks. If you use it more than that, it's gonna last you maybe 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. You know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. There it is. That's right, Lance. Super fine, because that's what this year's Met Gala is called. Super fine. Super fine right there. And so I'm excited for us to have that. I want to say thank you to everyone who is going to be who is going to be a part of the veil breaker and the liquid keys. I can't wait for us to get together, for us to connect with that. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Um, Wait a minute. I thought I had a text message. Hold on. Okay, I want to give a shout out to Goddess Rain Water, who is listening in. Rain is in the building. And I want to give a shout out to Rain and to everyone who's still here, still listening, sending so much love to all of you. Let me know in the comment section as well your takeaways, and if you all are going to be, working with the 369 energy. That code is still very active inside of you. I know we have moved into a new day, but that code, that 369, is still activated inside of you. And so, yeah, because I'll say this lastly, this eclipse season brings up, and you'll hear a lot of teachers who will talk from the perspective of the dark soul, night of the soul, or shadow work, and it's time to do shadow work. And I want you to start looking at, greetings, Goddess Rain. I want you to start looking at the eclipse season in a different kind of way. And that eclipse season that I want you to start looking at is looking at it in the way of its potential, its untapped potential within you. So when science is talking about uh, dark matter is growing in our universe, it is potential. This is why we are here to expand our consciousness and awareness. This is really an expansion journey that we're on. And that's what you're exploring within you. But it is through sort of the energy and the power on earth that they want you to think that something that is unknown or hidden inside of you is dark, as in evil, as is something bad. But I want you to think of yourself like going into a gold mine, right? Because if you go inside of a mine, it's dark in there. If you've ever been in a mine, it's dark, but there's so many gems inside. It's not evil. It's not scary. It's not bad. The darkness inside of you is potential. It's untapped potential that is inside of you that you are not aware of. When I understood this, is when I had that epiphany that self love is the new shadow work, because it is through that self love of not seeing that part of yourself, that darkness of yourself is potential, hidden gems that is inside of you that you are clueless about. In the lower dimensions of earth, and we're just talking about frequency. They put everything in a duality because this is the nature of us understanding on the planet. This is very primal. This is very ancient way of understanding energy to that degree. But if you understand it from the position of where we have evolved, meaning through the lineage of our grandcestors, our ancestors, this darkness, this shadow that is within is potential. Who says that it has to be bad? That it has to be evil, that it has to hurt to discover this potential. Sometimes things that are wonderful for us hurt a little bit, but we don't complain about that. We don't complain about things that we want to do that we got to give a little extra effort to. We don't call that a shadow. We don't call that trauma. We don't call it that. And so we have to get out of this illusion if we are going to be evolved beings on the planet to know that that hidden potential, that shadow inside of you, that darkness, dark matter inside of you is potential. Remember, we live on a planet where everything that is white is good and everything that is black is deemed to be bad. And they carry this thing through everything, even through energy. Hence the reason why we still have people on the planet looking at their skin color, thinking that somehow the darker your skin, the badder you are, and the lighter and whiter your skin, it means something different. It's because everything on this planet was coded that way. And if we are going to get out of these old running programs that are locking on in our bodies, we've moved past them consciously, but we need to release this from our bodies. This is unlimited potential. Unlimited potential. And so the veil breaker, and I don't know how else to say that, the veil breaker is, yeah, the liquid key that you can take. Yeah, yeah. Minga Lee said the duality of life was my revelation. From page 77, you were number 7 of the weekly updates. And in case you all don't know what Minga is talking about, matter of fact, shouts out to everybody who is a part of the futuristic activation class, because we did some energy work this week and they have been expanding in their magic and their potential. And so they got a chance to activate their multi-sensory abilities to the next level this week. And they all got a chance to do their magic. So I am loving hearing the story about how you all are activating that magic. And I'm happy. I'm excited for you, Minga. I can't wait to hear more details. First D, second D, third D. The sun is 5D, the self. Have more than 9 dimensions. Absolutely. There are as many dimensions as they are stars in the constellation. I would agree with you. And really, we're saying dimensions, but how I see it is just frequency. This is how you go through the frequencies. Uh-huh. Ooh, I had a tickle in my throat, y'all. I love the power of that frequency, the veil breaker, liquid keys. Thank you for that, Davina. Absolutely. Well, listen, we're going to get ready to get out of here, being that we made it to the next morning. I did play that song, but I wanted us to come home. together. I wanted to talk about the 369. I wanted to talk about the 369. I love you all. I want you to come back. Let's keep the conversation going in chat. Let's continue to keep the conversation going in chat. And for those of you who, first of all, shouts out and congratulations to everyone who purchased the Liquid Magic, the Veil Breaker. I'm definitely want us to get a sellout. So let everyone you know get tapped in so we can do this. I have some great things in alignment for us. And yeah, yeah. Some great things in alignment for us. I got my Palo Santos here at this time just to open up some more portal energies in certain spaces. Yeah, because it's great for that. It's great for that. I love you all so much. I can't wait for us to get back together again. You all let me know how you like this format, how you like this together. Yeah, the futuristic. Yeah, the new golden sparkles. Absolutely, Davina. What a beautiful picture. I love that. Yes, thank you, Brittany Vise. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Lola Falana. Thank you to Brother Lance, Lola Falana. Shouts out to Mr. Dante as well. You know, they are always helping out in the Blue Room, as well as the whole Soul family, all of my cosmic siblings. Love you all so much. Love you all so much. Good to see you, Jolie. You know I can't say your name, Jody Ann. Good to see you, Jody Ann. Good to see all of you, Priestess Melanie as well. I love you all so much. Love you all so much. So we're going to get out of here. Peace and love, soul family. Love you, love you, love you. I am Miss Blue, the Soulful Oracle, and I love you all. Matter of fact, do this for me. Do some takeaways. And if any of the readings in the beginning, which I had a whole sheet, we didn't get to all of them, but that's okay because I'm going to come on tomorrow and we can do more of these readings. Sheena says, can't wait to receive the Veil Breaker. Thank you. Thank you as well. I can't wait for you all to receive it. Yeah, we're going to be getting into the magic and pass it on, you guys. Let's definitely run these numbers up on the show and also get a sell out here for this liquid magic. And then we'll know, is it time to bring liquid magic back? Let's see how it works, see how we can get it. Thank you all for placing your orders. Thank you all for being here. Goddess Rainwater, good to see you, sis. Look forward to you calling me tomorrow so we can catch up. Goddess Rainwater has a lot of incredible things going on as well, as many of you all do. We're gonna continue. We're gonna continue. You got two this time. Yeah, I seen you guys getting two, and I'm not gonna limit it. I'm not gonna do it. This is my season to be open to receive and also allowing the work to get out there. I'm giving it as it comes, as we all should do. I love you all so much. Let's have an incredible, wonderful day tomorrow. Let's see, we're in a 3-7 day. That's going to bring us to a 10-day plus the universal year is a 10-day. It's a highly activated day. So I want you definitely to watch your mouth. And I mean in the most profound and beautiful way, because words will manifest. Instant manifestation is what's going to be happening as we speak. We are in instant manifestation, vibration, and energy. So it's perfect to be in alignment with the 3-6 9, and to begin to start working with that code. We call it the Nikola Tesla code, but it really is a birthright code for all of us. He helped to bring that remembrance back to us in this lifetime at this particular time. At this particular time. So definitely you want to work with that energy, work with that inner ritual magic, and tap into that. For everyone who's a part of the futuristic activation course, I will be sending out a nightly text tonight. And yeah, so be on the lookout for that. And I love you all. Peace and love, you guys. Ciao. Oh, by the way, y'all like the sparkles? Y'all like the ambiance? Y'all let me know. Just a little different kind of vibe here, but let me all know. Peace and love. Ciao.